Try to crank it up, nothing. Like dead. Keep trying, nothing. But what it do? What we got here today is a 2015 scat swap charger, and this is an incomplete swap done at another shop that they held this man car for over 2 years. So he brought it to the right spot, but we're gonna go ahead and get him right. There's a list of things we gotta do, but we're gonna take it one step at a time. We got all his parts already. So now it's time to go ahead and put the work in. And right now it's pretty late outside and I don't feel like doing all that work tonight. So we only gonna do the one big thing that they didn't do, which was the rear cradle. But we're not actually doing the whole rear cradle. We're just gonna do the rear diff with the axle. So go ahead and lock in for this. We finna go ahead and complete this build and get this thing on the road. Have it been on the road for 2 years, like I said. And I know he ready to get back in this thing and smash. So we finna make that happen.
Lately I've been going hard as ever. Who think they gon' Lately I've been going hard as ever. From the jump, I've been going hard as ever. From the jump, I've been going hard as ever. Who wish they could stop me? You know me, I just tell them to dream on. Cause that is some shit you will never see in reality. Since I'm talking about reality, let me tell you how it is. It's just for the people with all ears. It's just for the people with all ears. Listen to me, I'ma close my eyes.
Alright, so we got the diff out. It's gonna be a lot of noise because I'm on the dollar that y'all seen. But we got the diff out all the way. This is how it look. Pretty quick, easy job, tight. So what we finna do now is we finna actually take these wheels off. Both of the back wheels gonna come off so we can get easy access to the wheel hub nut, which is gonna be behind this cap right here. Once we get that off, we should be able to just push these axles through because we got brand new axles that we're gonna install as well. So when we take these wheels off, we're gonna put new axles in, put this diff back up, and we'll pretty much be done with what we're gonna do back here. So let's get right into that.
Zip my lips and cover my ears, bullshit can't get in me. Seriously, I just been playing like a villain be silly me. I drop my feelings and let them be feeling me. Huh, do you get the lingo, nigga? And I roll dice, watch me come out with the lick bingo. Nigga play, I'ma shoot like a B-roll. Think it's a game, we'll pull up and see though. Come see though, come see though. Ice on my wrist and it got me cold, so.
Alright, and just like that, we got it out that quick. See the outside already out, both sides out, as you can see over there. So what we finna do is we finna go ahead and put everything back together so we won't make this video too long. So we're gonna go ahead and put our new axles in. They over there in the box right there, officially from Mopar. And we're gonna have to put some diff fluid in it as well because he got a new diff, so we had to put some fresh fluid in it as well. So we finna go ahead and tack all this stuff back up and we'll be back when we done.
Get my money long like a sequel. Then I'ma take it home to my people. Like fuck outside, I don't wanna meet them. Yeah. Me and them niggas ain't equal. Bad bitch crawl up to me like a motherfucker. And it feel like this shit I smoke elite. My plug told me this guy here better than this. Did that shit that you put in the jet, and I'm high as a J, tryna make shit straight. And I ain't got no more love for a bitch, but I want me a pet. And I just want me a girlfriend. Come and show me some love and give me some sex. Yeah. But I know I don't need that. I need to chill and relax.
Alright, so we ran into a bit of complications with the axle. The new axle would not go through this hub. So I took a long break and we tried a whole bunch of stuff. We didn't try to loosen the bolt right here because the lowering springs gave us no clearance whatsoever. So if you got lowering springs on your car and you want CV axles put in, from me, we charging extra. So what we ended up doing was we tried to take this off and then pull the hub off and then put it through. That wasn't gonna work because we were gonna be able to get them bolts in back there again. So what we ended up ultimately doing was taking off the up control arms and just pulling this thing back some and then put it through, and now be putting it back together. So what we finna do is we finna do the same thing to the other side over there, and we'll be able to wrap this thing up. So I'll go ahead and put the camera back up so y'all can see us go ahead and complete this job, and I'll be right back.
And I'm so fucking high right now, like I'm in dead space. Cut a bitch off quick, dead weight. Get in there when I'm through her legs shake. Like yeah, take. I'm that nigga, yeah, babe. From the jump, I've been going hard as ever. Who wish they could stop me? You know me, I just tell them to dream on. Cause that is some shit you will never see in reality. Since I'm talking about reality, let me tell you how it is. It's just for the people with all ears. It's just for the people with all ears. Listen to me, I'ma close my eyes, zip my lips, and cover my ears. Bullshit.
Alright, so we back. And as y'all can see, we got that thing all the way in there. We got the axles in there. And we pretty much done with this portion. We already put the fluid in there, topped it off with fresh fluid. So we got that right. We put the brake assembly back on, but we ain't finna put the wheels back on just yet. Because what we got to do now is we got to go up under here And they did not put the right cross member on. I believe that's the V6 model one. I don't understand why they put the V6 model cross member onto the 6.4 one, but so each is on, and they got 2 bolts in. So now we finna have to try to jack up the front of this car to get more clearance, get up under to get that old one off and put the new one on that actually fit and hold that transmission up properly. Then after we do that, we're gonna go ahead and throw in a drive shaft, which we got right here. So this right here gonna go in, and we actually got a whole list of stuff that we gotta do over here. So let me just give y'all a rundown of everything that we're gonna take care of. So we're gonna do the rear diff, the axles, I already take care of. Transmission lines, battery, oil change, drive shaft, fuel line, AC compressor and lines, because they did not touch the AC compressor. You still got the V6 AC compressor, which I believe would work. But I think that the lines are different because the mounting of where it is on the V6 versus the V8. And we got to put a new lower radiator hose on, the radiator assembly. We got a transmission carbon, which we're working on now. Serpentine belt, and then the purge valve, which we waiting to come in. So we got a list cut out for us, but we finna try to knock all that out. And I don't want to do too much talking with the work, so I'm just gonna prop y'all up, and y'all finna watch us get to work. So let's do it.
Getting me seriously, I just been playing like a villain, be silly me. I drop my feelings and let them be feeling me. Huh? Do you get the lingo, nigga? And I roll dice, I come out with the lick bingo. Nigga play on my shit like a B-roll. Nigga play, then we splitting it weed. If he say he want smoke, he get smoke like a cig. If he say he want smoke, he get smoke like a black. But fuck that, I'm trying to get to them racks. Matter of fact, I'm finna hop in my bag. Louis, me and my brother like Riley and Huey. I see a bad bitch, I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm working, I'm grinding, I'm making some news. I'm in the studio booty. You ain't talking about no paper, then mute it. These niggas faker than these bitches booty. Like, how you gon' switch on your dog for some coochie? Like, how you gon' switch on your dog for $1? I won't even say shit, but bet it for sure. I'm tryna get gold with my bros, and I'm tryna travel all over the globe. Yeah. So fucking let go, fucking let bounce. I ran up a check when they counted me out. I always had hope, but I never had doubt. I remember them times tryna trap out the ounce. I remember them times tryna trap out the zip. I'ma make this shit stretch, I'ma make this shit feel. I'ma make that shit trampoline. Sold them some bullshit. Now I'm on the better things. Jigging, I'm jigging for this.
All right, so tip me out. I got the battery hooked up. Let me go back in and show y'all. Y'all seen me put it in, but we got the battery hooked up completely. Brand new battery, by the way. But once I put the battery in, I was feeling pretty confident, because typically when people do swaps or whatever on this year and up, it's really plug and play. It's super simple. I don't understand how you can go wrong. But I was looking around, didn't see nothing wrong at all. So I decided to hop in the car, and I also had to replace the battery in the key fob because the battery was dead. I had to press the button up against the thingamabob, and I actually lost the key. So let me look for that. All right, so we got the key, and like I said, I replaced the key fob battery, so now it works. At first, I had to press the button up against it and got tired of doing that. But when I got in here and I pressed the button, this is what happens. So I'm thinking, oh man, they done screwed them over. So I sat back and I thought for a minute, and I was thinking, what could cause this right here to act up? And a lot of stuff acting up as well. Even the steering wheels button's not working right now. So, and look, I can't even get it to cut back off. I used to have to get it cut off by unhooking the battery. But a lot of people run into this issue, and this is what I tell you. This ground right here controls a lot more than what you think. This wasn't even on the car. I went under there and I added this on from another motor. And watch what happened when I put this on. You got 2 of them. You got that one and you got this one. Watch what happened when I put this on. Seen that sparking? I don't know if you hear, but the car's actually in that timing right now. Watch what happens. No more flashing, and it cut off. And steering wheel buttons work as well now. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and try to finish up on a lot more stuff we gotta do. As of now, we just gotta do the oil change. We gotta do the AC compressor, the lower radiator hose, the radiator assembly, serpentine belt, purge valve, and I gotta bolt down them 2 grounds. And hopefully we'll get a first startup with this thing today. So I'm about to prop you guys up, and we finna go ahead and get to work and get all that done. So let's do it.
Every new day is a whole nother lesson. They told me be patient, just wait on your blessing. But I need that shit and I can't do nothing but accept. You know I be chasing that cheddar, you could say whatever. She kinda bad, I put her in my stage. She falling in love, but I ain't finna catch her. I'm chasing the money, I thought you knew better. On the jump, I been going hard as ever. Who wish they could stop me? You know me, I just tell them to dream on. Cause that is some shit you will never see in reality. Since I'm talking about reality.
Alright, so we got everything pretty much all back in. We just gotta find some bolts because they didn't put the bolts back right here. And I don't think this is any good, so I put another one in there and it still ain't work. So I'm probably going to change all of them out and see if that works. Hopefully it does. I'll show y'all the issue with that. Same thing over here. We got everything hooked up down here except the hoses that go to that AC compressor, but I got another one right here. I'm probably going to take the hoses off that one for now and put them on here. Now I'm gonna show y'all what it's doing with that computer. So everything is hooked up, and first thing I noticed is this thing say press the clutch pedal. What does it mean by press the clutch pedal? I only have 2 pedals down here and an e-brake. There is no clutch pedal. So when you try to start it up, this is all it does. Nothing. And I'm pressing the brake as well. It's literally doing nothing. But what got me was the fact that there is a red light blinking. That obviously means security system. So I'm thinking that maybe these computers are either damaged or they're not the correct ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to go ahead and try to change all of those out with some temporary ones that I have, and hopefully that works out. But before I do that, I am going to go ahead and take these off and put them on here temporarily, or if the customer want to actually pay for them, I'll let them get those and I'll order me some more. Then when I come back here, I also noticed that this engine had to have been taken apart before, because I just went and grabbed these off another motor that I had. They didn't put these in as well. And I think these are the grounds that go behind the engine cylinder head. So I put that one on. I got to go get a nut to put on there to hold that in place. And then there's another one that goes over here that I also put on because neither one of these were plugged up. The connectors were just hanging. And they also used the wrong bolt down there to hold it in. So I'm going to have to probably either replace that bolt, or I'm going to fabricate this a way to actually go right there to be a proper ground. And that's all I can see for now. But as this journey goes on, we're going to keep discovering stuff until we get this thing running. And the 2 pigtails that y'all see hanging right there, I believe those go to the actual fog lights on the bumper. So we're going to go check and see anything else that's going wrong. Also, I changed the oil already. I changed it off camera because I just wanted to go ahead and knock that out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put these on there. We're going to go ahead and change out those computers, and I'm going to secure those bolts down in the back with those grounds that's on the cylinder head. And hopefully this thing fire up. If not, we're going to have to keep going through and keep figuring out things that wasn't completed. And hopefully I can get this thing started up by the end of the night. It is currently about 3 in the morning, and I still got to get to my own car because I'm trying to clean the seats in my car. And they are very dirty. They're supposed to be red. They look burgundy. So let's go ahead and knock this thing out right here. And y'all just watch me work. All right, so I got the BCM out, and I've never seen this before, so I don't know if it's a problem, but I've never actually seen it, so I would believe it's a problem. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Why is there a wire that looks like it was just spliced into the harness, and it's coming from these 2 right here? So I guess it's like a positive and a ground that's coming from either one. One of these is positive, one of them is ground. And so it runs all the way through from these 2 right here. It goes through there, and I actually pulled it to see would the wire come through. But I actually heard some clattering out here. And when I came out here, it was this. So if anybody knows what this is, let me know, because I've never seen one before. I don't know if it's from a Canadian model and it's supposed to be plugged up to do whatever. But we still gonna go ahead and put in this BCM and this RF hub, and we're gonna see if that helps the vehicle decide to crank up, or even if the fuel pumping gauge. So let me get back to that, and I'll be right back.
It's just for the people with all ears. It's just for the people with all ears. Listen to me, I'ma close my eyes, zip my lips, and cover my ears. Bullshit can't get in me. Seriously, I just been playing like a villain be. Silly me, I drop my feelings and let them be. Feeling me?
All right, so we got the RF hub hooked up. We got the BCM hooked up, and the PCM is already hooked up in the front. So let's see what this thing do. It still say press the clutch. I don't know why, but so hopefully this thing does something. I still don't hear the fuel pump, and it's still nothing. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change these back out and put the other ones back in all the way. Get that all fixed up, as well as that back there. And I'm probably going to just go ahead and try to put all the grounds on that go behind the motor, the ones right there. I'm probably gonna go ahead and try to fasten those in and just cross my fingers and hope that this thing works. So let's do that.
The lingo, nigga, and I roll dice. Watch me come out with the lick bingo. Nigga play, I'ma shoot like a B-roll. And they can't stop it, I'ma take off like a rocket. Yeah. And they can't stop, tell you how you in a bubble, and you poppin'. I don't know, I just do it, sit back and watch it. Spin the real shit in the booth. I feel like I'm the logic, feel like I'm the knowledge. Born to blow, that mean I'm kamikaze. I be with the shit and they know it. For nothing, I ain't going. Just like these bitches, niggas horn. And I'm already.
Alright, so we got the AC lines on, as y'all can see. Connect to the AC compressor now, fully snugged up. We got the grounds actually in all the way, both of them. One right there, and then the other one right there. So let's go hop into this thing. Also, we got those computers back in. All of them are back in, and look like it haven't been touched as well. So now we're going to see what this thing do. Hopefully it works. If not, I also seen that something up under there wasn't pushed, the boot wasn't in all the way, which makes me believe they did something under there that I'm going to probably check out next as well. And hopefully that fixes the issue. Hopefully that what I just did fix the issue, so fingers crossed. I still don't hear the fuel pump. I hear something in the dash, and then we have the red blinking again, so I know for a fact those are his computers, because if y'all notice, that light was not blinking once I put the other ones in here. So something is tricky about these computers, and I don't like it. And we still got nothing, so I'm going to wrap this up for tonight. Like I said, it's about 3 in the morning. I am tired, and I still have to go do that car over there because I need it to dry by the morning. So I guess I'll be back maybe in a couple hours, or when I get up sometime in the morning, and we'll get back on this thing. So I'll see y'all when I get back. All right, so we are back, and it is a whole nother day. A couple days. I said it's gonna be a couple hours. I ended up having to go do some other stuff. So basically, I came back, and I ain't gonna lie, I started doing a little tampering with the car, and I started noticing that it was no power going to the engine itself. So it's everything would power up except we had that issue with that fuel pump. And then we also had the issue with the steering thing would pop up. It was just like no power was going to the front of the engine or the front of the car. So I did some further diagnosing, and let me just show y'all what we're working with. All right, so we finna get in the car and let me show y'all what's going on. So, wait a minute, I gotta grab the key. Let me get the key. I need the key. We got the keys. But this is what we working with right here. So we're gonna hop in this thing, and we're gonna try to start it up, and I want y'all to just listen. I don't think y'all heard it, but that fuel pump still not working. But I got something in mind. Watch this. Try to crank it up, nothing, like dead. Keep trying, nothing. But the part that really amazes me right here, watch this. Now, what's supposed to happen when you put these cars into the run cycle, this thing right here is supposed to be humming. I don't hear humming. I'm pretty sure you guys don't hear humming as well. So obviously there is no power getting to this motor whatsoever. So I just went back and I checked everything. I checked to make sure he getting power right here, and his power wire split up right here. So one of them is going to the engine, one coming from down there to right here, which is sending power from all the way back there, all the way up here, through there, all around here, basically essentially powering this motor. So why is this getting power right here, but we not getting no power right here? So what I do is, I know they said they had his car for a while, and basically they probably parked this thing outside and they was trying to prevent it from being stolen. So they probably did a couple of things like sabotage it just to make it for the car wouldn't run. So first thing I think is, let's check these fuses. And if we look in here, you look at fuse number 37 that says 10 amp engine controller / radiator fan relay. And you see where it's at on the thing up there, the chart up top? If you go look right here, that isn't right there. 37 isn't right there. So watch when I put this 37 in. So we got the 10 amp. I'm gonna plug this in. That thing should start humming. You probably gonna hear a lot of stuff, so just listen. Did you hear that hum? That end just powered up, and I'm pretty sure we got a couple codes off. So let's go look and see. So still practically looks the same, but I'm pretty sure still nothing trying to crank it up. We still get nothing. So the next thing that I'm thinking, they probably took something out for the starter. Let's go check the starter. Right on here, you can see that the starter is number 4, which is a 40 amp. No, starter is number 4, which is a 30 amp right up there. It's gonna be the third one from the left at the very top. That is gone as well. Let me get a fuse for that. All right, so we got the fuse right here, 30 amp. Let's put that in. And as of now, I don't see anything else that's directly missing. Well, I see 5 and 6. Another way that I can tell work on these cars sometimes is that any one of them that you see got 2 of these is typically supposed to be a fuse there. So that is going to be 5 and 6. 5 and 6 is the brakes. That's important. So we're gonna probably add those in a second, but let's see if this thing finally starts up. All right, so y'all ready? Let's see. Well, started up. Bit backfire, but it started up. And the reason why I can tell you it cut off is that red light up there that's blinking. That is the security system. They did not program that PCM to this car. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna put those other computers that we put in back in here and see if it run the car so we can move it out. And then we gotta get it to maybe go next door, or I do it here myself and get this transmission fluid topped off, because I'm pretty sure that transmission fluid is low as well because they did not put the lines on at all. So I'm pretty sure it dripped out along with the transmission sagging down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put these in and change those computers out, and we'll hopefully dry this thing up out of here. So let's do that. All right, so I got those changed out. As you can see, we got the BCM hooked up over there. We got the RF hub hooked up back there. And we also got the PCM in right up here. Now, I know it isn't pretty because those aren't standing there. They're only mainly in here for now because we're about to have to move this car. And I pretty much prefer to drive it out instead of trying to push it out by myself. But before I do that, I'm actually going to go ahead and change out this reservoir and this hose right here, because this is the model for the 3.6 liter and the 5.7 liter engine. So it's different. As you can see, you got a whole hose right here that's supposed to route to this, but that's wrong. And then this hose is wrong. So I'm about to go ahead and change that out. Hopefully once I change it out, we'll be able to pull this thing outside and get the rest of it done. And hopefully it'll be all the way done. Just let the front bump on, transmission fluid, and hey, this will be a job complete. So let's do that.
No text me, swear I'm with the bang. The bullets rain, get the pouring. I'm so great, this feel like I walk through a storm. I feel the energy run through my arms. I know how shit work when I use my mind and use my tongue. They think I'm dumb, but I'm so far from that. I'm wide open like Odell. I'm in the field, still show out like OL. I promise you don't wanna go there. And if you talk shit on the internet, can't be more 12. I don't fuck with no 12. Say, who you fuck with then?
Alright, so we got the reservoir on, we got the new hose back down, and got the computers in as well. So I'm about to lower this hood down and try to see if I can get this thing moved outside. I gotta find where to park it out there for now. Probably about a couple hours. Hopefully not no longer than an hour, but hopefully this thing crank up and actually drive. We got the drive shaft on. Y'all know the work, so let's see. And it should stay on too because I got my own computers. Alright, so we actually moving. And that's how you do that, man. So I guess we wait for a minute, and then we'll be able to bring this thing back in. This camera's not working. I wonder why that is. Well, I'll be back once we move this thing back in and get to the transmissions. All right, so we got the lift available over there now. So we got our tranny fluid. We finna take this over there and put some fluid in this thing, and hopefully everything checks out well. We don't have no AC in here. And for some goddamn reason, these goddamn windows not fucking working. Oh Lord, it done went down and it ain't going back up. Let's get to it. Oh look, this bitch ain't got no power steering in this bitch, dude. Alright, just work out that kink. But here we go, we pulling in there. I ain't drove onto a lift in so long. Alright, so let's do that.
Myself and my bros, lot of guns and a lot of money, lot of weed finna get rolled. Say, who got smoke with you? Shit, never know. Let me find out they get rolled. And you can't mess with us cause we get loaded. If it ain't the best, then it ain't my team. team, you smoking, and I don't look for trouble. But I feel like when a nigga speak bad on my life, then it's their life they owe me. Tell them don't play with me. I'm not a game, I don't take tokens.
All right, so we got it out the air. We got the transmission fluid in there all good. And now we finna go ahead and pull it back around and let it sit, because I gotta go run to the store and get some coolant for it so it won't run hot. Worst thing you can do after doing the swap is tear up the motor that you just put in it. So let's do that real quick. Yeah, she sounds pretty healthy if you ask me. But we gotta move quick because we already got our temp up just a little bit. All right, let's get it out of there. We bagging up out of there. I don't understand why this camera isn't working, but each his own. All right, now that we are back at the spot, we are about to go hop in this one and go get some coolant. Go ahead and bleed this system out, and I'll be back once I get to doing that. So, all right, so check it out. I'm back. It done got a little dark because I had to do some other stuff and my phone died, so I had to charge my phone up. But we back and we got the coolant. But these mosquitoes is treacherous out here. So what I'm finna do, I'm finna move this car back into the shop, and then we'll go ahead and bleed this cooler system out. Probably throw the front bump on and we'll see where we go from there. So for now, let's go ahead and get this thing back into the shop.
She gon' say she feel emotions. I say this that good though. She say boy you potent. And I be sipping syrup when I feel like time slow. Can't let my time go. Won't let my mind go. I'ma take off like a rocket. And they can't stop it. Say how you in the bubble. And you pop.
All right, so got it in here, and this car is extremely loud. So instead of me turning this car on and letting y'all watch me do this in real time, I guess I'm probably just gonna time lapse it and put it in that way you won't hear all this super loud engine. So I'm about to go ahead and do that. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Probably go ahead and slap this front bump on and be a job well done.
I don't know, I just do it. Sit back and watch it. Spitting real shit in the booth. I feel like I'm the logic. Feel like I'm the knowledge. Born to blow. That mean I'm kamikaze. I be with this shit and they knowing. For nothing I ain't going. Just like these bitches, niggas horn. I'm already knowing. No test me, so I'ma over the bang. Let the bullets right and get the point. I'm so great, I know I can walk through a storm. Feel the energy all in my arms. I feel the energy run through my arms. I'm so great, I know I can walk through a storm. I know I can walk through a storm. I'm so great, yeah. I'm in my lane on some gangster shit. Whole time I been plotting like on some dangerous shit. And I was wildin', they was wondering where my brain went. I let them think, whole time it wasn't lost at all. And when you be fucked up, it don't be hard for folks to get.
All right, so look, we back and we got majority of the front bump on. So the issue we having is this side right here goes on smooth, looking good or whatever. And then you see this side right here bulging out. We can't get a single bolt to go in on this side. This bolt doesn't line up. You got a bolt right in here somewhere doesn't line up, and then this one down here doesn't line up. And as I was looking closely, when I push this thing up, I try to push it up, it's too short. So we're gonna have to come back to that. But for now, we got the exhaust of this thing right in here. I think they're in here. Actually, they're not in here. We got the exhaust over there. So what we finna do is we finna pull this thing over to the shop over, throw this thing on the lift, and hopefully we can get this exhaust put on, because we tried to put it on, but it wasn't the correct size. It was too short, and it was going into the crossmember for the transmission. So we finna go ahead and hop in this thing. We finna go ahead and head over there, and hopefully we'll get this thing to fit, because it's been 3 inches added on to it. So that should work. So I'll see y'all when we get over there. Let's do it. All right, so we got it on the lift. Well, we got it already buttoned up. And that shit just took forever because this car sits so low in the front. I had to lift it up to get it up under there. So now we finna go up with it, and hopefully this exhaust fit. So let me prop y'all up and let y'all watch.
Lost it all. I'm just chasing money, I'ma pick up like every time it call. Message to my people, yeah, we finna ball. It's gonna be alright, but you might catch me talking to the moonlight. I'm thinking, like what I'm finna do tonight. Me and the Ace might link up. We broke out the zoo tonight. None of these niggas can't see us. I always win, can't beat me. Hey, get out the way, beep, beep, or get sweet. I ain't going for one thing, cause these niggas thinking shit sweet. I'm floating town with this 9 in my reach. If a nigga try play with my life, I'm putting his ass to sleep. He gon' wake up out his body, walking upstairs to G. And I feel almighty. This shit here legendary, but I ain't really doing.
All right, so we back in the shop, and the exhaust indeed did not fit. So this is what we were putting on. As y'all know, this car got long tube headers, as you can see right down there. It have long tube headers, so this car is extremely loud, and we tried to put these on. He went and got them cut. I told him 3 inches, but my guessing was very much off because apparently this right here is 3 inches. To me, that looks like an inch, but that is definitely 3 inches. It's measured and everything. It was exactly 3 inches. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and wrap up on this video, and we're gonna have to come back with another part because I don't want to make this video too long. So right now, I'm just gonna show you guys what's going to be coming to part 2. So probably what we're gonna do is I gotta send these back off to him. And when I measure them, they're actually short by 10 inches. So he have to cut from here to make 10 more inches for it to reach exactly what we needed to reach to. And I should have got you guys a close-up up under there when I had it up in the air, but I did not. So when he come back with those, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put those on. We got to put this fascia on to make this look nice, which is what we call the core plate. We still have yet to finish up on the interior ever since we programmed that BCM to match his VIN number, so this car will actually be able to run. So we have not put the glove box back in yet. That looks a mess. We have not fixed the back seat either, so we got to put that back in. And then last but not least, we have to peel this off, and we got to get him stamped the right way. So that's gonna say One Shot Performance, because One Shot Performance who fixed it, those are the people who messed it up. Not trying to tarnish their name or anything. I just feel like they didn't have much experience on doing swaps, because a lot of people think that swaps are just plug and play, and they are to a sense, but you still had to have some type of knowledge behind it to know exactly what you're working with. And I feel like this got in a bit over their head. So I'm not trying to bash their name or anything, but we're gonna go ahead and fix that. So we're gonna have to peel that off, put One Shot Performance back there. And if y'all see this car on the road, give it a honk, do it some, give me a follow me on Instagram, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment what y'all want to see next. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this car right here, and I'll see y'all in part 2.
Go through a lot, I always overcome. Cause at the end of the day, I'ma still be me. I keep on telling on one day you gon' see me on TV. And I had got up out them streets, I couldn't let that conquer me. And when I die, you can believe I was on both